Well, I have one story that I could say. You know, if you guys would like to hear.
Is that a cold opening story?
Oh yeah, it definitely is. So, I'm out. I went out with a couple friends, and my buddy Pete was like, "Hey, I'm bringing out a friend, and she's got another friend." And I mean, there's 3 guys, 2 girls, and the other guy that I'm with it's Jamie. I mean, he's 6 foot, ripped.
6'1".
6'1",
Yeah.
ripped fireman. Gonna make like $100K. You know, charisma, can basically talk you into anything. So whatever.
Speaks 3 languages.
Right. Yeah. Saves many people from fires. So whatever. So we're out, and I know the girl, whatever. So the friend, they were drinking before. They were drinking heavy. So we're not, me at the bar. I'm like, oh yeah, the annoying things that I do. And I would have, did the Magic Johnson like no look behind the head pass to Aaron if he was there about this situation, because he has a little more pull. But I don't know you're giving me that look, but wait, you'll see. So I don't know how we got into the conversation, but it was like, what do you want to do for a living? Like, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? And she turned around and she's like, I want to be an actress. So now immediately one of them was like, oh my God, no way, Nash is on a movie podcast. So now like how I'm hyper excited at the bar and stuff. So she's like, oh my God, no way. And she was like, I was talking to her about it, and she's like, oh my God, like I want to be an actress. So like all of a sudden, like I just get real serious. My eyes squint, my 2 pointer fingers on the chin. I'm like, you think it's easy, kid, huh? You think you could do this?
Think anyone could just walk into Hollywood?
So I mean, I had to play it off. Like, I was like, yeah, I know, a couple directors. I know a couple actors, actresses. I'll see what, if I can get you in.
Wait, hold on. QT, what's up, man?
Yeah. Del Toro, hold on. I'll call you back. I got a prospect. Yeah. But, I mean, yeah, because she does, like, modeling shots and stuff, but she wants to be an actress. And I was pretending that I knew. I was like, what's your favorite film? And she's like, La La Land. I was like, okay. My suggestion is maybe start off with a rom-com, okay? But if you were there, Aaron, I would have just went, boop, right to you. I would have just ran away with that.
What do you think I could have done?
Well, I feel like that you could have talked about it a little more. You could have been like, well, I know this. You got some more ties than me.
You guys would have worked well, because Nash could sell it, and then you would provide him with names and things that sound right.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I know Ned Fanoika that was in, this.
Ned Fanoika directed Ice Age 2.
Yeah, and I don't know. I didn't know what to say. My friend, and then he walks away. It was Pete. So he's like, oh, movie podcast, and then walks away.
He set you up for that.
Oh,
huh?
yeah. He tried to do the right thing, but at the same time.
Where were you? Are you guys not in a pandemic?
Well, we were at the bar. It was only like a month ago.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Nerd Soup Podcast. I am Bo Oliver, joined here today with Aaron and Nash. Hey, Nash, how you doing, man? Long time no podcast. It's me.
Ladies, gentlemen, and all genders.
What song did you think of a song?
I was actually thinking of We Made It by Drake, but just the instrumental.
Okay, done.
But I would like to like kick in the door when I came in, like slow motion, maybe like push Aaron in the face.
It's playing right now, so
okay.
You're talking over it.
All right.
In about 10 seconds, it's going to fade out.
All right, let me can I push Aaron in the face?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
No, social distance.
Okay.
How's everything been, man?
Good.
Good to have you back.
Good, yes. It's good to be back. And what's up, you slurping son of a bitches, you? It's nice to talk to everybody.
Oh, you're talking to the fans.
Talking to the fans. I just want to. Well, no, I mean, I see Aaron all the time. Did you tell him real quick? Did you tell him or show him the video of us reenacting Dirty Dancing?
I seen that. Yeah, I saw that.
Oh,
I think I retweeted it, possibly.
Very nice.
That's when Aaron begs me for retweets from the main account.
I'll beg you. You should just bounce them off you and see if they're good. Yeah. And if they are, then it's like, well, you obviously like it, so you got to retweet it then.
But you know what you're doing.
No, I mean, look, my tweets are...
Look, I'm going to set the record straight here.
They're carefully manufactured. I don't just throw anything out there, I spend a lot of time and effort on them, so, they're always good. So I figured why not get a little bump from the main account.
Little main account bump.
Any viral tweets, by the way?
Ever?
Ever.
I got like 10,000 on one. That's about it. All my good ones never do anything. It sucks.
Twitter, it's all about just...
And I see one that's like 200,000 likes, and it's fucking stupid.
That's what it has to be, yeah. Yeah, it can't be good. It has to be stupid. The really great ones always go viral. But the stupid ones also go viral. So it's very difficult.
I mean, you have to be either A, funny, B, gorgeous, or C, you have to be rich. And then you run Twitter. And it's just
Chrissy
so
Teigen.
hard, like, for... Yeah, I mean, she's got it all.
Neither of those things.
Oh, that's offensive. That's John Legend's wife.
No, I said I'm neither of those.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you said
that's
she's...
what I was about to say.
I thought you said she's neither of those things.
No.
Jeez.
She's fucking annoying, but
Yeah, she is annoying.
but she's got all.
She needs to
but three.
cool. She was getting
Oh yeah, but
for the $13,000
yeah.
bottle.
I'm going to pick up a $12 bottle of Barefoot after this.
I get like I forget to unsubscribe from Audible, and I'm like, fuck. It's another $15.
Oh yeah,
And she's out there like, oh, accidentally.
we didn't even finish it. I can only imagine.
Well, we'll talk about her later in the show. No, we won't. Well, you can listen to this podcast, of course, on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, all the places for podcasts. And follow us on all the social medias at Nerd Soup, Bo Soup, Nerd Soup Monkey, and Anthony JQ Nash. No plug for Teddy, because that's the new rule. If you're not here, you don't get the plug.
Really,
Yeah, because I got tired of saying all the plugs.
can I pay you monthly for the plug?
Let me just slide you something
Yeah, I
under
can
the
do.
table.
I'll make up for that Audible that you got charged.
Right, yeah, just the Venmo. But yeah, no, we have a lot of good topics to talk about here on the old topic list. We have a Wakanda series being brought to Disney Plus. We have SAG nominations and Golden Globe nominations, and of course Raymond Dijawadi, the Game of Thrones story, have to get that in there, is returning to score House of the Dragon, the Game of Thrones spin-off show. But yeah, no, we're gonna start with the Wakanda story. And yeah, what about this news, dude? Wakanda, let's get in the show.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. I think for a lot of people are waiting to see how they kind of approach either Black Panther 2 or a Wakanda series without Chadwick Boseman. And Ryan Coogler's back, so that's a positive. And I think that everything you hear coming out from people at Disney or involved with the Black Panther movies is that they're not going to replace him, and they're going to try to pay respect to the character and develop other stories and things within Wakanda. Because it is a very kind of, it's not that big, but it's like there's a lot going on there. And there's a lot of things you can explore. So I'm excited for it. There's a lot of different ways it can go with different characters. So we'll see. It sucks, No,
Nash, if you need water.
Oh, I got my water down here.
Oh, right.
Thank you.
It sucks, just with the Chadwick Boseman thing. So that's always going to be like the main thing that comes to people's minds when they talk about furthering the story of Wakanda or Black Panther.
Yeah, did you ever see Black Panther, Nash?
I did not.
Okay.
I've seen bits and pieces, but not the whole thing.
Yeah. Would this be something? Well, that's the thing. You got to watch the movie and then come back to me. And because the world is very, like you said, there's a lot going on. It is a country. And I think when the movie did come out, a lot of people were saying that would be a kind of no-brainer type of show or movie. Just getting into the politics, getting into the culture, getting into the sci-fi elements, because you can do, I'm sure there are other people protecting Wakanda, not just Black Panther. I'm sure there are other organizations that you can get into, the spies.
Yeah, all the different clans and everything.
Right.
And there's so many great characters. I mean, Shuri, M'Baku. There's a number of ways it could just be new characters too. They can set it around maybe Inception of Wakanda. Maybe they can go into like the first Black Panther and shit like that. Yeah. There's so many different other avenues to go that it's, I don't know, there's like a rich history there.
Yeah, even if they set it like 20th century and they can kind of do it like old sci-fi movies from the 50s and 60s where they have technology from the future, but everything is still set in the 50s and 60s. They can kind of combine those two eras with the Wakanda show. Or they can go modern day, or like you said, they can take it all the way back to the thousands of years that Wakanda has been around, to that first Black Panther.
The glaring hole in the shirt is who's going to be the next Black Panther. That's the big question. I mean, I would watch Black Panther, but then it's kind of like you get an emotional attachment, which R.I.P., but...
No, it's been weird for all the fans.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's, from a business standpoint, you have to continue this franchise because the first one made so much money. And you also want to, I guess, give people time before you ever did a recast. And they said they're not going to as of now.
Yeah.
But you would think that eventually, if it's not T'Challa, that's the character's name. If it's not him, then someone else takes up that mantle as the Black Panther, because there's precedent for that in the comics where other people have become the Black Panther.
Okay, so there's an opportunity for somebody else to become the next Black Panther.
Right,
Okay.
yes. But the way that they write him out of it is also going to be difficult. There's no easy way to do it, because if you make Shuri the new Black Panther, you have to explain his absence. That makes sense within the context of a universe that has shows and movies and comics constantly interacting with each other. You can't just, people complain when Iron Man's not in Captain America and vice versa. So you have to come up with a good explanation here. That's why I don't hate the recast idea.
It's tough, because that's a lot of, like, initially, like when it first happened, everyone was very against it, and rightfully so. I think, to honor him as a person and as an actor, to kind of retire that character. But the character is very important to a lot of people, and I guess you can still have that impact with another character if Shuri takes Black Panther, but it's tough. I think that, you just hope like Disney and Feige and Marvel kind of look at the situation as, we'll do our best to like honor him and his character, and not just like, well, Black Panther's going to make a ton of money, so let's kind of recast her and do something else. And I think a lot of that, like, Coogler probably has a big impact in that, a lot of the cast. So if the sentiment around them is they don't want it, then hands are tied. So
Are they having the original cast in it? Or this is going to be a completely new cast?
this is just news. It just dropped.
Yeah, this is just, they could have that cast.
Well,
They can have members of the cast playing, like we said, when you go into the different clans that they show in the movies, we can have Winston Duke come back as M'Baku. That's his name, right?
Yes.
M'Baku. Love that name.
Great
Almost
name.
forgot it, actually.
M'Baku?
So it's early development. So we just don't know.
I would say to either, I guess, start off later on if you can transition Bosman out of it to maybe like go to the future, but I don't know how any of this works.
Yeah,
like
that's
maybe
the thing.
have like an old man that like gives up. I don't know how
If
it
it
works,
was
but
Black Panther, just the franchise, you could do something like that. Like maybe you cast an older actor and say this is the Black Panther story 40 years in the future after
Right.
he's been Black Panther for a long time. But Black Panther was going to be set up as the next guy for the universe. That's what's also, when you just think, a man lost his life, that's always more important. But when you think from a creative standpoint where these stories were going, it is unfortunate that he's not around because he was going to become that guy, especially after Robert Downey Jr.'s exit. That's why I wasn't against the recast when Carrie Fisher died for Princess Leia, because I think there is something to say about another actor picking up that role and bringing it to the finish line, and just there's a respectful way to do that. People are going to be upset no matter what, but like we said, it's a tall task. But the Wakanda series, I guess, gives them some breathing room from that, because I think Black Panther's not going into production until 2022. So the movie's not coming out for maybe 2 or 3 years, maybe more. So you can introduce new elements of this world, get people back and excited about this world, and then we'll just have to wait and see what they do.
Yeah, there's also, like, with Doctor Strange and the X-Men coming in, there's going to be a lot of shakeup. So I think that would kind of be shitty, though, to explain it that way.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
oh, something happened with the multiverse that, he just doesn't exist anymore. I guess that would be an easy way, and it would explain it, but, like, that would just be super
I think that's
shitty
worse than almost recast.
to the character, yeah. So I hope they don't do anything like that. I'm sure they've thought about it, and they have an
they've
idea.
got smarter people than us in a room, or maybe they don't. Hey, maybe they fuck it up.
don't sell yourself short. You're a smart guy.
No, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
All right, you guys want to go on to the next story here? We have Golden Globe nominations, and we're not going to list them all off. We're just going to give our general thoughts on what stood out, what we were disappointed by, and I know a lot of people were frustrated, not only with the Golden Globe nominations. I guess we'll just kind of combine them, Golden Globe and the SAGs. So any thoughts, any initial thoughts you guys have on these? What I realize is that my mom would do a much better job of covering this than I would, because she's watched every fucking show on these lists. When it comes to shows, I'm never big, and I haven't seen Schitt's Creek, haven't seen Ted Lasso, heard good things.
Yeah.
Saw season 1 of The Crown. So I don't have much to say about those nominees. The movie nominees, I'm also kind of in the dark a bit here, because there's some big movies that I just haven't had the chance to see. Haven't seen The Father. Haven't seen Minari. Haven't seen Nomadland. Haven't seen Promising Young Woman.
I was actually surprised that I'm Thinking of Ending Things wasn't there, because when that movie first came out, I feel like there was a lot of buzz to it, and for her to not even be nominated either, Jessie Buckley, she was incredible.
Right. No nominations at all?
I didn't see.
I think that it's just the type of movie it is. I mean, David Lynch never won an Oscar. Sometimes the weird doesn't really get the respect it deserves because they're so divisive too. I think movies like that, it's either you really love it or you just can't get into it. So that's going to split a room right away, where you're not really going to have a consensus like, oh, we need to nominate this movie or screenplay. But the big one is Delroy Lindo not getting any nominations. I think
he wasn't nominated for a Golden Globe or a SAG, right?
Yeah. So I think that I know not a SAG. I got to double check Golden Globe.
Yeah, I know, because people were upset this morning. Yeah.
And I mean, it's tough. At the time, it was my favorite performance of the year, and looking back and all the other performances I've seen, it's still right up there for me. And it's tough. I think too, with Elizabeth Moss getting no love for Invisible Man, we see it time and time again that these movies that come out and performances earlier in the year, they just lose steam when it comes to this time. And it's stupid.
So frustrating.
It's stupid.
Just be better at your job.
Yeah, remember.
If it's going to be a year to honor the year in film. Yeah, like you said, just remember. As someone like, hey, you remember the good movies that do come out? And, The Little Things is not doing anything for January movies.
Yeah.
The stigma there. But
that's what,
did you guys watch that, The Little Things?
No, I didn't.
No, I heard it was, excuse me. I heard it was awful.
Missed potential. Big missed potential there.
I've heard that from multiple people that it was just the worst movie they've ever seen.
They've had something. They really did, and they messed it up. Well, people were frustrated because Leto got a couple of nominations, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't. The movie itself shouldn't be sniffing any nominations. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. So he wasn't terrible, but did he deserve a nomination? No.
It's just a star power in that
movie. I think for a Globe,
I think got the attention with that.
Chadwick Boseman, he got instead of Chadwick Boseman for The Five Bloods.
Right, but Chadwick was nominated for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, right?
Yes, and he was nominated for The Five Bloods for a SAG.
Oh, that's interesting.
He had 4 nominations in the SAG, so...
Yeah, and as much as people love Chadwick Boseman, I saw a lot of people on film Twitter say that they don't think he should have been nominated for The Five Bloods. That Ma Rainey's Black Bottom was the better performance. I think it was too, yeah. I mean, he's just in the movie more. He's got more to do.
It's always
his character, that's the thing. With The Five Bloods, the character is almost better than the performance, and he's great in it. I mean, this is a guy who's given so many great performances, but I could see that. I'm more upset with Delroy Lindo. I mean,
yeah,
that's still my favorite performance this year. But
he was such a big presence in that movie. I always what was I going to say?
Well, the leads are Netflix led in both television and film.
Mm-hmm.
Mank had 6 nods. The second most for movies was The Trial of the Chicago 7. On television, Netflix royal drama The Crown led with 6.
People are saying Chicago 7 is going to be
and Schitt's Creek had 5.
It's going to win?
Oh, Schitt's Creek, I feel like any category it's going to be in, it's going to...
Have you seen Schitt's Creek?
No, but
everyone tells me to watch it.
Watch it, yeah.
I love Eugene Levi, so...
Yeah.
He's the man.
American Pie, baby.
Yeah.
That's it. One actor or actress, without looking at your phones, has been nominated for 2 different things this year. Who is it?
What do you mean?
Is it Chadwick?
No. So, an actor or actress was nominated for 2 different movies / shows.
Chadwick Boseman was. Well, maybe not for the Golden Globe.
Is it Golden Globes?
Golden Globes, yes.
Oh.
Well, Chad might be in it too, but this one, because I love this person.
Oh, Mark Ruffalo.
No.
Fuck.
But that's another one I wanted to bring up.
Well,
put your money, if you're going to bet
I was just
it,
hoping
Mark
he had
Ruffalo.
a movie nomination. He got nominated for his role in the HBO drama, right?
I know this much is true.
Right.
Fantastic.
Well,
that was a tearjerker, man.
That's the thing. I wouldn't have been able to get through that. And that's subject matter that's very important.
Man.
It's such a, it's heavy. I mean, you watched it, right?
Yeah,
obviously.
that was like,
It's
I have a
perfect
glass
for
of
him.
wine, I'm crying.
I was watching Shutter Island last night. Mark Ruffalo's in that.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
But the answer is
is
Anya
Max
Taylor-Joy.
For what?
Emma and the Queen's
oh,
Gambit.
she got nominated. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Emma was terrible. Talk about a stinker.
Really?
That was
Yeah,
bad.
It was so boring. I mean, she's great in it.
Yeah.
She's good in everything, but
It's always tough. Like, I know Amy Adams, I think, got a SAG nomination for Hillbilly Elegy. And,
Hillbilly Eulogy.
Imagine that's the one that she went for.
I mean, we got to wait for the Oscar, but I'll start that hype train. She was fantastic in it. And a lot of people didn't like that movie. So I kind of like that when people who decide these nominations can kind of like look past bad films and appreciate the good performances in them. Glenn Close too.
Well, I've heard mixed things on that movie.
I liked it.
Yeah, a lot. I know it got a lot of backlash when it first came out, but once all that kind of cooled off, that's what I've heard from most people, is that it's okay.
Yeah.
Jason Bateman, baby. Oh
Yeah,
for
that's
Ozark.
nice.
Oh,
He's becoming
I guess
like
Succession wasn't eligible.
Yeah, I guess not.
Okay.
Best television drama series for the Golden Globes was interesting. Mandalorian, Ozark, Lovecraft Country, The Crown, and Ratched. I don't even know what Ratched is.
It's the Nurse Ratched
Yeah.
prequel.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? When they came out a few months ago, or during 2020, and they were like, this has been our most watched show this year so far, and everyone was like, no one talks about it. That's like another show my mom could have reviewed, because that's like that's who's watching it. People who aren't on Twitter, but
It's a weak class for the dramas.
yeah, that is a weak list.
It's.
Wait, Ozark's in that?
I mean, no. I mean,
Yes. But no, Ozark, I mean, coming off of
Carrie,
their
baby.
best season, I would like to see them win.
Oh, that
Are they the favorite here, or is it The Crown?
I would say probably The
I
Crown.
think The Crown's always the favorite.
Yeah, it's
The
just,
thing is, like, I see The Crown on like news stations, and they're like talking about, well, the
it's got
Olivia
the
Colman
politics,
here, yeah,
right. Olivia
So,
Colman. It's got the
that's
star
got-
power.
you know, and that attracts like the people that watch the news that might not watch shows, religiously, and they go, oh, this looks pretty good. What's this? And oh, well, blah, blah. So The Crown will probably win, but Ozark is fantastic. It's like my favorite show.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, coming off of their best season, I wish what's his face, what was the brother's name, Ben?
Oh yeah,
Whoever that actor was deserves.
Timothy.
Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet. No,
That was
something
Timothy
with
Chalamet.
Yeah.
Holy, it's even better now.
Yeah.
No, that was one of the best performances I've ever seen from
Yeah.
a supporting character. It's a shame he wasn't nominated. I know Hamilton got some love for the SAGs, right?
You saw
No,
Hamilton
Golden
live,
Globes.
right?
Oh, Golden Globes?
I did. How'd you know that?
I don't know. You just strike me as a Hamilton guy.
It was nominated for Best Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy, along with Borat.
It's not a motion picture.
Palm
I think
Springs.
Lin-Manuel got nominated, and he was the only cast member from Hamilton to get nominated. And it's like he's the worst performance in that whole play. I love you, Lin, but come
Is
on.
Leslie Odom Jr., he was in that, right?
Yeah.
He was Thomas Jefferson?
He won the Tony. No, he was Aaron Burr.
Oh, my goodness.
He was never the same after he got shot
David Diggs was.
in the throat by a paintball.
Oh yeah, well, Curb Your Enthusiasm reference.
There you go.
David Diggs
watches.
is Thomas Jefferson and Lafayette, but there's so many other performances. So if they're gonna treat it like it's a movie, which it's not, then they should have fucking been filled to the brim with
It's a
cast
joke.
members.
It's such a joke. Leslie Odom Jr. was very good in One Night in Miami.
He was.
I think he was nominated for that, right? Or no, maybe the
Yes, he
SAGs.
was.
I keep getting them confused.
Yeah,
He was very good.
but the directing, got nominated for the directing Golden Globe? I know Regina King did. That's fucking sick. First time directing, first feature.
Yes, David Fincher for Mank, Regina King, One Night in Miami, Aaron Sorkin, The Trial of the Chicago 7, Chloe Zhao, Nomadland, and Emerald Fennell, Promising Young Woman.
Mm.
So, no, that's a pretty good... I mean, the things that I've heard about Nomadland is that it could be the best movie of the year. I mean, starring Frances McDormand, who's a fucking powerhouse, and it seems like just the premise is perfect for her. And, yeah, no, Regina King... That movie wasn't pretty incredible. I gave it 4.5 stars on Letterboxd. I flirted with the 5. I hovered over it. But
Grinded
yeah,
on it.
Her directing was, I mean, the performances, the dialogue, the historical
Yeah.
context. That's a movie that I would love to see do well during these award shows.
I mean, yeah, it's just just how knowing what the movie's about. It's just raises your interest right away to have all these historical figures hanging out in one
But
room.
it's also very easy to make that cheesy. It's like you're just kind of coasting on the fact that you have icons here,
Yeah.
and you just turn them into caricatures. But the script felt very true to who these people are. Like even the character of Jim Brown, that felt like a young Jim Brown.
I think that was the best performance too.
Jim Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy from Mars Attack?
Was he
Oh
in
my
Olsen?
God! Yes, he was. He defends the kids.
Yeah. Yes, he does.
There's
Hell
something
yeah.
to like.
And they talk about in this movie how he was like, I'm retiring from football because I want to act. It's easier on my body.
Yeah.
And then he fucking Mars
That's
attacks.
what he did.
Yeah, thank
Retired very early.
I'm getting better at noticing when movies are based off plays too. Of Ma Rainey
Oh,
and
yeah,
that, I'm
yeah.
like,
Oh, because
this
you've
is
seen
definitely
a play. You've seen Hamilton.
Well, Hamilton's a musical. This is more of a dramatic play. But like, you
God.
know,
One night, that's the other
Excuse
thing.
me.
It did a good job of not feeling like a play. while
Yeah.
like you could see, like, okay, because I had the same reaction. Like halfway through, I'm like, this is definitely based off of a play. It's got to be. And then,
well, yeah, limited set pieces. I mean, limited
well, whenever I watch a movie, I think,
long monologues and things like that.
yeah, I always think to myself, this could be a play, and then it's always based on a play.
Did you guys ever see Emily in Paris?
No,
Did you see that whole like backlash? I have my fingers on the pulse of Twitter. I saw that she tweeted.
The director, right?
Yeah, Lily Collins. She was like, "Oh, I made this as a joke. Why'd you nominate me?" And it's kind of like, well, no, you probably took it really serious. And it's like, I found that to be very snobby.
Well, the premise is Chicago marketing executive Emily Cooper is hired to provide an American perspective at a marketing firm
In Paris?
Ah,
right there in the title for you.
I'm sure it's good, but like, I
Doesn't have great reviews. Lily Collins is right. I'm confusing her with Lily Tomlin.
I don't know. I saw that tweet and people were like freaking out.
Oh, they were like, I don't know. Why were they upset?
They weren't more of upset. Just it was actually just like, oh, it was good. I didn't like the tweet. That it was just so snobby. Like you're just like take you got it.
Oh, like I just did this on my off time, you know.
Yeah, like
I wake up and I
barely
get
even-
nominated.
Yeah, I woke up and I after my 8-hour sleep and I just like rolled out of bed and did this.
Well, one of the good things to come out of 2020 is people just dunking on celebrities whenever they tweet something that comes off as pretentious or elitist or detached from reality. you just got to watch what you say now on these, because like the other day I'm on Twitter. It's like 23 seconds ago, Taika Waititi tweeted. It's like we're friends. Like, why is Taika Waititi on my Twitter feed, you know? It's like something for him to just put out to the world, and I can respond. And these people see. I mean, Obama saw Aaron's tweet a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's true.
Aaron
Did he see it, or was it? I know that the
Just tell him
speculation.
Obama saw it.
I think, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, he did. I
Good
think.
for you. Yeah,
Yeah,
Barry
it
O.
was very.
That's why you took MAGA out of your bio, right? You didn't want him to click.
What were we singing that night when he got elected?
He's a bad
Man,
man.
pajama.
We were celebrating Obama's victory in 2012, and Nash just kept singing that, like every time he would get an electoral vote.
He's a bad man. Pajama.
Wolf Blitzer would be like, "Breaking news!
He's a bad.
Turn on the music."
Yep.
What were
Oh,
we talking
man.
about?
Golden Globes.
Yeah, no, Lily Collins being frustrated by being acknowledged.
Yeah. And just one more, just a quick yes or no, because I know this is right up your alley. But did you watch any of the foreign language films that are nominated?
I just had them up. No, not many. There's the Viggo Mortensen one. Not Viggo Mortensen. It's fucking what's his name? Mads Mikkelsen. It's been on my list. But usually, what always happens with me with foreign movies is I watch them all at the end of the year when they release the nominations, because I'm like, I haven't watched any foreign movies.
Yeah, because I feel like that's you.
La Llorona is another one that I wanted to check out. I think that's streaming on Shudder. Got a free Shudder account. Shout out to Shudder.
Oh.
But you know what was good? The Vanessa Kirby movie, Pieces of a Woman.
Okay.
I think it's called. So I was happy to see her nominated. I saw that the other day. It was pretty good. Before Shia LaBeouf got canceled, I guess, huh? That might be his last movie ever.
What did he do?
Yeah, what happened?
Oh, okay. I think I remember now. I saw.
We'll talk about it after.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, actually.
I didn't hear about
No,
this.
he admitted to it, too. Like, he didn't even deny it.
Didn't he
wasn't-
like call a bomb on? Oh no, that was somebody else. Who called the bomb on the train? Who was that guy?
Oh, that was
I'm pretty sure the girl.
Deadpool guy.
Oh, yeah. TJ Miller?
Yeah, there you
yes.
go. Yep.
That's a dude who cancel culture came for that, man.
Oh boy,
Just dragged him down.
well deserved. Dickhead.
Well deserved. Bob Odenkirk for Better Call Saul, both the SAGs and the Golden Globes. All right, let's just move on here.
No drama nomination for Better Call Saul, huh?
Wow, yeah. Holy shit. That's disrespectful.
The Golden Globes always suck.
Yeah, we care about the Emmys around here.
Yeah, I mean this is like D2.
Yeah, basically.
You know,
This
you get
is-
the occasional, guy that comes up, lights up the league, or just makes a team. Now we're worried about the Emmys.
This is the
We're wor-
CBA.
Yeah.
Jimmy Fredette's dropping 7.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Right. Nobody cares.
Getting
about this.
statues.
Yeah.
Ty Law getting Chinese cakes.
Ooh.
Did you see
Yeah,
that?
remember that?
scandal?
Yeah, I remember that.
Uh,
You know what? I think that was the last time the last podcast.
that might be. Yeah.
That might have been the last
We may
time I
have
was
talked
on.
about that on the pod.
Yeah. I remember pulling up, and I was like, "Yo, did you see this? Do you remember?" Yeah.
Oh man,
That boy
they
taught
do
Tyler
things
Olsen.
different in China.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next story here. We have Elizabeth Olsen. We're talking a little bit of WandaVision, which is really just kind of sweeping the world. I mean, everyone seems to be really on board with what the fuck they're doing in this show. And Elizabeth Olsen has teased a cameo that's going to be bigger than Luke Skywalker. Anakin Skywalker. I did love the tweet. It was like, it's just going to be Luke again.
Yeah. That's, I mean, we've known
Well,
for...
we've been speculating on
Yeah.
this, that it feels like someone's coming.
I think Doctor Strange is the obvious answer, but is
Not
that-
bigger than Luke.
Yeah, it's not bigger than Luke. I think Doctor
It's gotta
Strange
be
will
one of the OG
show up.
X-Men, man.
No, you don't think so?
I think so, man. I that's where the internet's going. Sir Pat Stew, sorry.
Well,
And
if
Sir Ian
anybody,
McKellen.
it'd be Ian McKellen, because that's not in the MCU, but comics, right? That's his
Yeah, that's her
father.
dad. Yeah.
I mean, Iron Man, Cap, those are the big ones, right? Those are like
There's no way Iron Man. I would love to see it, but I can't imagine they bring him back this quickly for WandaVision. Doesn't seem as important.
yeah. It's fun to speculate, though.
That's the thing, because people want to say Quicksilver, but then it's bigger than Luke Skywalker. She could have just said a big cameo is coming, but she said bigger than Luke, which implies that it's someone who's been around for a while, possibly legendary.
I think on an interview with Lights Camera podcast, Paul Bettany said that, I think I saw one of their tweets, he said that like he's getting to work with an actor that he's always wanted to work with. Like,
It's definitely one of the sirs.
so he's worked with he's worked with Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans,
Right,
and all
right.
that.
Someone who hasn't been involved.
That's
I think they'll.
She's selling it.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's just gonna
Stay
be-
on your feet. Don't fall for the pump fake. Don't
she
do it.
D-Wade us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's looking at you in the air before she puts up that shot. I'm telling you.
Did the hard and stare.
Yeah. No way.
But you said it was like an MCU like original, or like someone from the MCU. Edward Norton?
Stay on your feet.
I wouldn't hate that. Edward Norton, imagine that.
Oh man, I would start watching.
Well, that's the thing. For just any old random, it can be anyone, especially with the direction they're going in this show. But maybe Ultron. I don't know. Once again, I don't know if that's bigger than Luke Skywalker, but
No, it's got to be.
it's got to be one of the X-Men, right? It just makes sense.
I don't know. That's
Who would
It's a
really make you giddy, like watching it?
it's like
No,
Hugh Jack. Yeah,
Someone, yeah. Like if it was Patrick Stewart, Hugh Jackman, I don't think it will be. Deadpool, I also thought. But that, once again, Deadpool doesn't fit. Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't fit. But if they did something where she just messes something up and Magneto is her father, or maybe I don't know. I don't know what they have in store, but I'm excited.
yeah.
This is me. I mean, I'm already excited before hearing this.
Would you rather have not heard anything?
Kinda,
Yeah.
yeah. Because they did such a good job of hiding Luke, even with the actors on set.
Keep your feet down, hands up. Do not
What-
jump.
Whatever it is, I'm going to love it. I'm not going to criticize it.
Did we talk about how hot Catherine Hahn is?
Dude,
She is hot.
she is.
Out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
Like, now I think back on Step Brothers, and I think John C. Reilly, you lucky bastard.
And then she's in I Know This Much Is True, and she's slamming. Wow,
She
good for
is,
her. Beautiful girl.
I like that her star is kind of on the
Woman,
rise
excuse me.
right now. I mean, people know who she is, but You're starting to see her in more popular shows, popping up in more movies and stuff like that. She deserves it, man. She's talk about a dynamic talent. Somebody posted that the other day. It was like 4 separate screenshots from different roles, and like this woman can do everything.
Yeah,
and she's hot.
Great.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess we gotta wait and see. We'll find out soon enough. But it's
She'd be great on Twitter.
I was just gonna say that. I was gonna be like, she checks all the boxes.
Yep. Must be nice. I would slaughter Aaron to be good at Twitter.
You would kill Aaron right now on the spot
for even one of the check marks
for the Twitter gods.
Yeah, give me one
it's
of
like
the check
Attack
marks.
on Titan. He inherits my.
Yeah, I see you're a big
tweeting
anime
ability.
guy, huh?
Yeah, always been.
Anime Aaron.
Yeah,
coming through hot.
So I'm the one that's getting shot now, the astronaut. Oh, you're a big anime guy. I always been.
Always.
yeah.
Because I saw
Always
somebody
has.
posted that
Well-
he was talking about Attack on Titan is a good show, and you're like, it always has been. Boom.
Yeah, Teddy's furious that he watched before him, and now he won't even acknowledge Attack on Titan when I talk to him about it. I'm like, yo, you should really watch it. I think you'll just like it anyway. Ignored for 3 hours, text me back. Yo, you ever heard this Redman song? So
He'll just send you the song and be like, yo, bump this shit at the gym, bro.
Well, no, the worst with him is sending me songs that I've sent to him like 7 months ago. That will always get me. But next time he's on the pod, we got to just talk about Attack and why we love it so much in front
Can
of
you
him.
give me something to say? So it's
That would be funny, yeah.
Yeah.
Just come in and be like, just say something like to the effect of, Aaron's really broken with the traditional shonen arc of a young hero. And
can you just tell me English? Can I just get something simple, their character's name I could say that Aaron likes?
I like the outro. Just focus on the intro and outro songs.
All right.
So just call them bops. That would be hilarious, actually.
Oh,
if we
yeah.
were having like a thorough discussion and you come in and you're like, yo, that intro's a bop, right? Ted's could be, you watch it too?
You watch it? You don't watch it, bro. Shut the fuck up.
All right, let's move on to the
mad
next.
at us because he doesn't watch something.
That is Teddy. He's gotten better with watching things music, not so much, but watching, he's gotten better. Let's move on to the next story here. We have news about the Snyder Cut. Holy shit, it's just never going to stop. Just drop the movie. Apparently it's rated R. And we had heard this in the past. Zack Snyder kind of teased that the new additions that he was making would warrant an R rating. And it's the same thing that happened with the extended edition of Batman v Superman, because Batman said fuck a couple more times. That's the thing. It's not going to be the true R rating, I don't think, especially with the Justice League doesn't need to be R rated.
I heard they
That's
had
why
to,
this man
'cause
continues to frustrate me.
Jared Leto's Joker comes in and says, "I'm the fucking Joker."
I'm the fucking Joker, baby.
Yeah, and that's why they had to give it an R.
You still need 2 fucks for an R.
I'm the fucking Joker.
So you
I'm
could
the
slip in
motherfucking
one fuck?
fucking
you up.
Joker.
You could slip in one fuck and it'll
Yes.
be PG-13?
Yeah.
Yeah. Days of
Really?
Future Past, they have the one fuck off, Professor X to Wolverine.
Now, do you get a fuck and maybe like shit and cunt?
I think
and-
no. I think a fuck and a cunt is taking you.
Oh, that's taking it
Maybe
to the
the
R?
X.
Okay. All right.
I think there are a certain amount of shits that you can say. I don't know if there's a shit threshold. There might be, where you can't go past
Because I
this.
feel like that's on TV.
Endgame, they have 2 shits.
Right, but he's talking about that a fuck and a shit.
Yeah, like a combination
What's like?
of a fuck shit.
How many shits equal a fuck?
Great character in mid-90s.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. It's how many. It's like we're measuring. It's the cursing metric system,
Yeah, there's got to be levels to it, right?
except we don't use the metric system. I would say about 15 shits equals a fuck.
Really?
Shit's such an innocent word, man.
It really is.
I never got.
Fuck is aggressive.
I never got why a word can be bad.
Because when you say
All right, philosopher.
But like fuck, like it means you could say that in a different way and it's not bad all of a sudden. Like you could say shit or you could say poop.
George Carlin did this bit in the 70s.
Did he?
Yeah, the 7 words you can't say on TV. No, it is truly ridiculous. Parents who get all like cringy when you curse around their kids, I'm always like, dude, it's just words.
Yeah.
I just want to know the math behind it. Like, there's got to be like certain words have like a meaning or an equal value to something. Like you can put like fuck is 100. Like that's or 99 point.
They say in South Park, shouldn't
One.
say fuck, and you shouldn't say fuck.
Yeah.
Shouldn't say fuck.
But that was
no.
I didn't know that I didn't know that there was because that's got to be like a 90, like a 95, and then there's got to be other words that bring it over the hump.
Right. Well, I think the R rating there was no PG rating for a long time. And I think Spielberg was the one who fought that because I think Indiana Jones was going to be rated R.
That guy's always bitching, man.
He
really is, right?
He's like Wilt, except he wants the game to change for him. He doesn't change the game. No, but he had a good point because they were going to make Indiana Jones 2 rated R, and it is more violent than the first one, and he actually doesn't even like it because of that. But he was like, hey, this can't be rated R, obviously. Let's create a new rating. I'm pretty sure that's the movie.
I'll take your word for it.
Stats, fact check that. So, but with Snyder Cut being rated R, once again, like, he just doesn't... I'm so glad this is the end for him, for these movies. Like, one of our fan questions was, like, should he direct a Marvel movie? He just doesn't get it, man. So, I'm excited to see it because I think it's going to be a clusterfuck, and the fact that they're going to be throwing around some fucks and maybe some sex scenes.
4 hours.
Oh, that's another thing that comes into it.
Yeah, sex.
If they're banging privates, I mean, that's got to... A titty? Titty's got to equal something,
Titty's
right?
an R.
Titties are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, titties and R. You guys see those silhouette challenges?
No.
Oh, yeah, talk about rated R. You see the one, who was it?
They're carrying 2021 right now.
The one with Common and Tiffany Haddish, is that how you Haddish, whatever.
Haddish.
Yeah, whoa.
I like that pronunciation, actually.
Haddish.
They did a silhouette challenge together.
Yeah, full on making out.
All right, let's move on to the next story here about Don Cheadle, apparently, is going to appear in Falcon and the Winter Soldier as War Machine.
Yeah, that should be cool.
Okay, next story.
Okay, Don. They don't give him enough screen time. Especially after we just watched Iron Man 3, and I think he's really good in that. And I think the both of them together are good. But, yeah, I mean, in what capacity? Obviously, he's got the relationship with Sam and Bucky. So, and this new guy's coming in to try and be the new Captain America, so maybe War Machine steps in and says, hey, I know these two.
You know, I saw a movie with him and Tommy Lee Jones called Earthquake.
It sounds terrible.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's about Tommy Lee Jones basically saving L.A. because an earthquake formed a volcano in the middle of Los Angeles.
If that ever happened, that's the man I want on the case.
And
assisted by Don Cheadle?
Yeah, he was like his wingman. Ooh. They were like communicating. And yeah, that was one of those, you're just hungover as piss. You turn the TV on and you don't even have energy to, turn like a different channel on. So I left it on. I just laid there and I'm like, this is horrible. But, Tommy Lee Jones saves the day.
One of the all-time greats.
Yeah.
In pressure situations like that. And also a good actor. I mean, Don Cheadle, War Machine is an Iron Man, right? So we'll get some Iron Man. Yeah, somebody tweeted this a few years ago. Like, Iron Man gets a new suit every movie. Don Cheadle still got the iPhone 4.
He got the Iron Patriot suit.
Yeah, that was in 2013. It's 2021. He still got that bulky-ass grade with the turret.
Yeah.
Iron Man's got like micro tech. It's fucking transforming
War
from
Machine's,
his ears. He's fighting Thanos.
War Machine, he's like, he's not flashy. He just goes to work,
Yeah, he gets his...
He doesn't need all the... He doesn't need anything else.
Hard hat, lunch pail,
yeah.
Get to work. No union break. No coffee. Keep going.
His spine split in half because of that rinky-dink suit. Whatever. Well, this will be fun. Glad to see him getting more work, right?
He's still using the iPod Touch.
Yeah, seriously. This man's got the shuffle. All right, let's move on to fan questions here.
That's for the fan to decide.
Yay! People, you call up to the show, you better be ready. That's what you're supposed to do. Sitting there arguing and you're trying to spell your name and all of this other stuff. It's not your show, it's my show. I'm giving you the opportunity to speak your mind. Don't call up here unless you got something to say.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah, this is your...
Don't fuck up.
Are you talking to them?
Yeah, them. Sometimes there's some stinkers, so...
This question here from Nighthawk at Broad Fawn. Top 5 gaming consoles of all time. Good question.
That is a good question.
I maintain to this day no one's touched N64. Sorry. Maybe it's nostalgia. I don't know. The simplicity of those games. They still have, 4 to 5 10 out of 10 games that always appear on best games of all time lists. So Nintendo, number 1. 2. This is actually tough. I don't know. I don't want to say all the generic answers. PS4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And
right.
Nintendo 64. No, I will say just based on legacy, I'll put Xbox 360 at the number 2 spot.
Yeah.
Because I think Xbox 360 was a stronger system at the time, obviously. But that jump between 2 and 3 was such a bigger jump than 3 and 4. The jump between gaming generations. And then I'll throw in like a classic like Sega Genesis, maybe at 3, just based on legacy. 4, a piece.
Sega Dreamcast fucking stank.
Well, and that's funny you say that because I've been playing Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, which was just purely Dreamcast. And man, is that game fucking fun.
Oh, well.
That game slaps. I'm playing that on the PS4. So.
I know you would want to throw like GameCube.
Yeah,
up there.
I was about to say, that's probably my number 2.
Remember when we all thought like
Talk
the
about nostalgia.
Wii came out? Everyone's like, oh, this is going to change gaming.
The Wii was supposed to be I mean, dude, the Wii sold with PS3 and Xbox 360. Like, it matched those numbers.
The Wii was Thon Maker.
It really was,
so
dude.
much hype, and it just...
7-foot point guard? Exclamation point?
And his
question
brother
mark?
is the same way now. His
Oh, yeah.
brother's going to get drafted in like 2 years from Howard.
Well, that's what you always credit Nintendo for, right? Is they always try and think outside the box. A lot of people now have gotten frustrated with that, where it's like, okay, we like the Wii, we like the Switch, make a system that can compete with the hardware of the other two.
Here we go. I'll give you, I think 360 and Nintendo 64. PS2 was fucking awesome.
Yeah, you have to think about the games, too.
Yeah.
The errors.
I think Game Boy Color.
Oh, good answer. Good answer.
Like,
That plays a big factor. Wow.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about that. That's a great answer.
I know it is. Fucking just blew your tits off.
Doesn't take much to do that.
I was going to put the color at 5.
No, you weren't.
I swear to I was going to throw
I had
in
it on the list.
I was going to throw in the color at 5.
I had it.
I was either going to go Game Boy Color and make the PC joke, but I made the PC joke.
I got N64 at 1. I mean, Ruben, you nailed it right on the head. Nostalgia. I mean, classic games that are just being remade on like all these systems today. You know, on the Switch I bought Super Mario 64.
Right.
You know, 2 I would probably say Xbox 360. You know, I wasn't the Halo guy, but I used to love watching people play Halo, and Gears of War was my shit. So that just brings back a lot. And Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, yeah.
I would go 3 GameCube. Now this one's debatable, but that just hits home for me. You know, I bust out the GameCube every once in a while, play Mario Baseball.
He's looking at you because he's trying to talk shit.
Well, last time we played, he beat me, and
Yeah.
it was like but he does this stupid fucking thing where he bunts, and then you don't
Play
know.
small ball.
No, you bunt, and it's like a glitch because you don't know if the pitcher, the catcher, the third baseman is gonna go for it.
You're playing small ball in Mario Baseball.
He bunted 3 times
You
in a
just
row.
have no shame. Video
yeah,
games.
it's fucking
You
God.
are.
No honor, man.
Really? What do you mean?
You bunted 3 times in a row, and you knew the glitch.
It's not a glitch. I just
You don't know who you are.
I got speedy guys. You know, I'm gonna let Baby Mario because he's a menace on the base path.
Sometimes it will go to the catcher or the third baseman, mostly. So if you're the third baseman and you think it's the catcher, you're sending him to the fucking outfield. So
Okay.
then he can go to
It's a problem
second.
with the controls.
Yeah, well, I think it's a problem with the game development, but
Aaron's like that when it comes to video games.
What do you mean?
Letting like if we did every man for himself Smash Brothers, he'd let everyone else beat each other up.
oh, he always did that.
Yeah, throw like a pill.
Smart
with
game.
a laser sword. This question here from Nelly at Culin Hall.
You're still betting that because you could never beat me in Injustice.
I did beat you eventually.
Yeah, but
I mean,
like
you
after
started
like
off
20 in a
after-
row.
You started off on a hot streak. I'll give you that. I had to work on my skills, and then I became the best Injustice player in this room.
No, because I went away for college for months, and you just played all day when I came back.
How's that my fault?
It's true.
Now you're in debt, and you suck at Injustice. This question here from Nelly.
And you got stupider.
Favorite film still/shot. So favorite freeze frame from any movie.
Not a decent question.
There's an account on Twitter that it's every frame of The Godfather. And it's just amazing how every frame of that movie just looks like a painting. So just like the shot in The Godfather when you've got the Statue of Liberty behind and they're in the hayfields and they shoot Paulie. Oh, great shot, dude.
The actual shot or?
2001. Two good shots.
Yeah.
Looking up at the monolith, the sun behind it, that's an all-timer for me.
Yeah. This is tough.
Wow, this is good. See, this is a good one. This is a good question. Who asked this question?
This was Nelly at
Nelly.
Hewlin Hall.
Very, very nice question.
I have a whole thing dedicated on my Instagram of just still photos from movies. So I'm just like going through them. There's none that really stick out to me, but director, like one of my favorite directors is Ozu, and he's a guy where you can just freeze every frame and just get so much out of the still image. Mm-hmm. And one perfect shot is one of the best accounts on Twitter, right? Every day they post something where I'm just like.
Yeah. I can't really think of one just to pick. I mean, there's so many great shots. Even recently, just with one I always think about, like Blade Runner. That whole movie is just fucking.
Yeah, that's one
even
perfect
the
shot. The movie,
the original 2049. Anything in like Lord of the Rings, you can same thing. Just a beautiful landscape and.
Star Wars: Two Sons. That's an iconic.
Yeah, that's a great fucking shot.
You know what movie is well shot? And I know Aaron's gonna make fun of me for this, but Her.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's a movie that's very.
That's Nolan's guy, cinematographer, Hoyt Van Hoytema. He's one of the best working today. Did Dunkirk, just did Tenet with Nolan. Tenet's another one where you could freeze some of those shots and go, oh, that's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe when King Kong is splitting open the jaw of the dinosaur.
Yeah.
That's
No, actually. Oh,
that is pound for pound the best movie scene of all time.
Call Me by Your Name when he shoots in the peach.
This question here. Oh, we totally forgot to talk about. Can we say Super Bowl?
Big game.
I feel like for us, it's okay.
Yeah.
No, I think it's only if you're doing like an ad. You can't like use it. But if you're just talking about it, I think you're good.
You know, Bud Light is not paying for any commercials this year.
Oh, they're donating money, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, something stupid.
Damn.
Just make a funny commercial. I don't want your charity. No, but some people may need it. But many people have asked us, just getting a bunch of questions here, thoughts on the Super Bowl. So I guess, who do you guys got? Who do you guys have? Who do you have winning and who do you want to win?
I think Chiefs both ways. I don't want to see Brady win another one. But it's going to be a good game. I think people are high on the Chiefs, but
I'm high.
I'm high on the Chiefs.
Hell yeah.
You know me, brother. Pound it.
Go Tigers.
But it's like, the Bucs line is fucking fantastic, and the Chiefs offensive line is banged up. So I could see where they could just fucking Giants them when they played Brady in the Super Bowl those two times and just get to Mahomes and disrupt that whole offense. But that offense is so damn good. I don't think anything can stop Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
He's that good. And obviously with the mobility, that helps a lot too. So, and they just can get the ball to their playmakers, and their playmakers are unreal. So I think it's going to be a better game than a lot of people think.
What's the prognosis here?
I saw
Who's the favorite?
Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs.
Chiefs. Yeah, the
Is
Chiefs.
it supposed to be a blowout?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. And when you look at Brady's Super Bowls, he's only lost by 3, I think, in all 3 of the Super Bowls that he's lost. But then he's won, I think 3 by 3 as well.
Yeah, they're all close games.
And then there was one, the Falcons one, he won by 6, 34-28. And then there was another one that he won by 4. But, this is going to be a great game.
I mean, what was the Rams Super Bowl, right? That was 3, right?
I think it was
10-7.
fucking Stephen A. who said it.
Or 2017. That was the first one he went to, right? That Super Bowl?
Maybe, yeah.
Was it Stephen? I love Stephen A., but he said something where if Brady beats Mahomes, and Mahomes can never be the GOAT.
A lot of people have been saying that. Tony Romo said it initially.
That's not true.
It becomes very hard, dude.
Yeah.
Especially in football, though.
He can. I mean, that's the thing.
If he plays his ass off, they could still lose.
Right, but
he doesn't play
when you
defense.
think of legacy, dude. Look at just LeBron Jordan, 6-0, 6-0. No matter what he'll do, people are always going to say he lost to a 43-year-old Tom Brady.
Is they're all team sports, right? But it's just at a certain point, Patrick, he's not playing defense. If it's just a fucking shootout and they have the ball last and they win, how is that better?
Yeah,
how is Brady? That makes Brady better.
You have to think 30 years from now.
Well, right now, yeah, obviously, but if he goes on and wins 5 and he plays at the same level he has been, there's no question he's the best.
Well,
He's the most skilled quarterback.
it's just going to come
already.
down to coaching with this game. It's exactly what it's going to come down to. Andy Reid is going to have the playmakers like Kelsey, Tyreek Hill, just flying in motion as they usually do. I mean, the Bucs defense apparently they're getting all these guys: Antoine Winfield Jr., Vita Vea, Isaiah Whitehead. All these guys are going to be healthy, ready to go. And you got your guy over there, JPP, who was a little familiar.
Yep.
As Aaron said, the offensive line is hurt. And a crazy story, by the way. Did you hear that with the barber? Did you hear the story with the Chiefs?
Oh yeah, the team barber was positive with COVID.
So 20 coaches and players, 22, were scheduled to get a haircut from this guy. So he's on the second haircut, and they pulled the guy. They found out he had COVID.
Oh.
Now, the question that I ask you guys, would the NFL reschedule the Super Bowl if 22 coaches and players had COVID?
It depends who.
Thank God that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because the debate would have been insufferable.
Oh, yeah.
If it was like Patrick Mahomes and he can't play, you can't.
I think you have to. I think the other team would want you to too. I don't think Brady and the Bucs would want to play a team that's down 22 people.
Yeah.
I think that would just be the right thing to do.
That's what I was saying too. Like let's say if the Lakers made the finals and they played Miami, even though I love LeBron, I mean I wouldn't. If Jimmy Butler was out,
Yeah.
I mean, that was not even a competition anyway.
If half their team got COVID, then I'm like.
But dude, if this guy Tom Brady,
if they played the Clippers and Kawhi was out and Paul George was out, it's kind of like
people already say that because the Clippers didn't win.
I mean, Paul George is basically out when it comes to the playoffs. And that's I'll talk to you off air about that. That pisses me off.
If Brady gets 7 rings, dude, that is 6 is already stupid. 7 is just come on, dude.
And
you're in the Super Bowl every other year. You're winning it 40% of the time of your whole career. And that's the thing. Patrick Mahomes is definitely a lot of people are comparing him to the early years of Michael Jordan, where it's like, wow, we've never seen anything like this. But the argument in 30 years will always be, well, Brady isn't acknowledged as the GOAT anyway, which is so strange.
He's the
people
greatest
just hate
winner
him,
of
man.
all time.
Yeah.
Because there are quarterbacks that do better things than Brady, but Brady just knows what to do to win. I mean, look, and another point to what you were saying, he's going to shake, if he beats Mahomes and they win a Super Bowl, he's shaking the stigma of, it was always just Bill and Tom that did it together. Then you have to say he's the greatest.
And the
of all
people
time.
are like, he's got weapons. Well, the other guy's got weapons, and people are calling him the GOAT already. He's been around for 3 years.
Oh, yeah, you don't get loaded like that, man. I mean, he's gifted.
Right.
I think the Chiefs are going to win. I think it's going to be 27-24.
That's the thing. I'm such a fan of greatness, so whoever wins this I'm happy.
Yeah.
Because Mahomes gets 2, and I'm like, yo, is this guy about to become the GOAT?
Yeah.
And then Brady gets 7, and I'm like, yo, is this guy the GOAT?
Yeah, but it's just going to come down to coaching again. Andy Reid versus Bruce Arians. I think Bruce Arians is a little bit of an overrated coach because he's making Brady do things that he's never really done with the Patriots. It's throw that deep ball. And it didn't look good in the beginning, and then it has been looking a little bit better. But
once they gave him back the offense, once they got back to what he does well.
Right. I think it was week 11. They're like, all right, you know what? Brian Leftwich stopped calling plays, and he even said, I do things differently than what New England did. I let him coach, So it is going to be, because this is a chance to have the future greatest of all time versus a guy that's 42 years old and still doing it. It's going to be hard for Mahomes if he loses to edge Brady, but I think he does.
Andy Reid's GOAT resume is strengthened, obviously, by a win. But then I think it becomes a serious conversation because with Reid, it's the success that he had before winning the Super Bowl. With Belichick, he started winning once he got his guy. And Belichick's obviously the GOAT coach.
Yeah.
But Reid, you look at his resume before, Reid may have a Belichick type era with Mahomes moving forward, if they get 4 or 5. Mm-hmm. But Reid's already had a Hall of Fame coach with the 6 NFC championship games, coming to a franchise in Kansas City that sucked. He's there for 1 year. They're in the playoffs with Alex Smith.
Yeah.
The guy's a fucking wizard.
I think people focus, especially with LeBron and Jordan, it's obviously the championships are a good parameter of how good you are. But sometimes if you just look at Patrick Mahomes and watch him play, it's hard to be like, this isn't the best guy who ever has played this position.
Right.
And you could even say that about Aaron Rodgers, too.
Yeah.
The season he had this year. I always said that. Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback than Tom Brady. Tom Brady's a better winner. But again, Rodgers' defense in the playoffs lets up like an average of like 28 points, which in the playoffs you can't. You can't do that, no matter how good the offense is. So, we will see. But I got Chiefs 27-24.
I'm going to go Chiefs 31-23.
28-24.
So they're covering the spread.
Yeah.
Don't listen to me, by the way. People that listen to me betting, do not. You will lose money. Do the opposite of me.
We'll take one more question here from Chichari. What up, Chi?
Whoa, great name, Chichari.
Best TV show opening jingle or song? Oh, didn't we do this? We did this last week, right? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, it was Big Little Lies, right?
Yeah, well, for Aaron, yeah, it was.
Oh, that.
Forgot to mention Succession, too. Love that opening.
Did you ever want it?
All right, guys, that is a Nerd 2 podcast for today. Thank you for joining and listening. For Aaron and Nash, I am Bo Oliver signing off. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and yeah, all that good stuff.
If you listen fully through, say Nash is an idiot.
Ted, when did you get here? Well, would you look at that? It's finally over. Hey guys, Bo Oliver here for one final send-off. Now, before I beg you guys to like and share this video, I'd like to thank our very special Patreon pledgers. We are very proud of the community we've been able to build here at NerdSoup, and it would not have been possible without our Patreon supporters. You guys are the true MVPs of this channel. Everything I've said, you keep the fridge full, you keep the lights on. There aren't enough words to thank you guys, but we'll do it anyway. Thank you. And we have a few videos coming up that have been suggested to us by Patreon pledgers. My Hero Academia, Neon Genesis Evangelion, and Full Metal Alchemist will be reviewed by Marissa and yours truly, and Castlevania, which will be reviewed by Marissa and Aaron. And if you'd like to consider donating to our Patreon page, you can visit patreon.com/nerdsoup and check out some of the rewards we offer to our listeners. And really, we'd like to thank everyone who takes the time out of their day to watch our videos. Patreon pledger or not, your support is what keeps us motivated to keep giving the world our opinions on movies and TV shows and video games and pop culture, even though no one asked for it. We're still here, we're still yapping, and we hope you continue to join us. I'm Bo Oliver, and I support this message.